Welcome to AI World TV, your go-to destination for everything artificial intelligence. Discover the captivating landscape of AI, where advanced technology finds real-life application. Subscribe to AI World TV for webzine articles, reports, podcasts, videos, live events, and latest trends. Hear from top industry leaders and discover how AI is transforming industries and our daily lives.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We try to cut through all the noise and really just give you the core insights you need on big topics. And today, well, it's artificial intelligence. It's kind of everywhere, isn't it? In your phone, maybe your car, smart speakers. You know the drill. But we're going to get deeper today. We're looking at the really profound changes AI is making, often out of sight. Think deep inside factories, power plants, oil rigs, shipping yards, data centers. The places that quietly keep the world running, the backbone industries. This isn't just about the latest app. It's really about the foundations of, well, everything. And our guide for this deep dive is an article from AI World Journal. It's called, Is AI Better Than Us? A personal look at AI's industrial revolution and what we might be missing. The author is Sydney Armani. And Armani really digs into this question. Is AI actually better than us, or is it just different? And maybe more importantly, are we really ready? Ready for machines to quietly outperform us at the jobs that whole economies, whole communities were built around? That's a heavy question. So that's our mission for you today.
We want to pull out the key takeaways from Armani's piece. We'll look at the clear benefits, definitely. AI in industry, it's powerful. But we also really need to tackle what the author calls the missing conversation, the human side of it all. Hopefully, by the end, you'll have a clearer picture of not just what AI can do, but maybe what it means for all of us. Okay, let's get into it. So maybe let's start right there. On the factory floor, I always picture those old, grainy black and white photos, right? Busy, noisy, sparks flying. That classic industrial age scene. But you walk into a modern factory. It's like a different planet. So clean, hyper-efficient, almost eerily quiet sometimes. Precision is everything.
It really is. The efficiency is striking. You've got robotic arms moving in perfect sync, computer vision cameras scanning every single product. They spot defects you couldn't see with the naked eye, like in milliseconds. And behind it all, there's this AI software orchestrating the flow of parts, materials, with a kind of precision no human manager, no matter how good, could ever really match on their own.
And the results are just,
yeah,
wow. The article talks about huge reductions in scrap material, much lower energy use, and importantly, making workplaces safer, right? Because the machines are doing the dangerous, repetitive things.
Exactly. And in some industries, think aerospace or making semiconductors, this isn't just nice to have, it's absolutely critical. You basically can't compete globally without this level of AI integration anymore.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
Well, yeah. The technology leaps ahead and the human role has to adapt. It shifts, and sometimes, it shifts right out of the picture. It disappears altogether.
That's the nagging question, isn't it? What is the future for human workers in these super smart factories?
It's the core issue. And that precision leads us right into another big area, predictive maintenance.
Ah, right. Where AI predicts breakdowns before they happen.
Exactly. Think about the old ways. You either waited for something to break down, which could be, disastrously expensive.
Or you did maintenance on a strict schedule, often taking machines offline when they were actually running perfectly fine. Not ideal either.
Neither was great, no. But now, you've got sensors everywhere, IoT sensors feeding just tons of data, gigabytes of it, into machine learning algorithms. And these systems can spot the warning signs. They can actually predict failures days, sometimes even weeks before they happen.
Which must save incredible amounts of money and downtime.
Huge amounts. That turbine example in the article is powerful. It's something that could cost millions in an emergency shutdown, keep spinning longer, safer, cleaner, because you know exactly when it needs attention.
It's undeniably efficient.
Mm-hmm.
But the article brings up this other side, the human skill aspect.
Yeah, the flip side, that skilled technician, the one who could diagnose a problem just by, listening to the hum of a motor or feeling a vibration.
That deep, intuitive knowledge built up over years, decades even.
That's now being replaced by dashboards full of data, by algorithms telling you what's wrong.
So what happens to that craft knowledge?
Right.
Does it just fade away, or does it maybe change into something new, like managing the AI?
That's the crucial question. And Armani points out, maybe a bit worryingly, that too often no one has a clear answer.
Right. It's the lack of a clear plan or strategy that seems to be the real problem here.
And this AI influence, it doesn't stop at the factory gate, obviously. It stretches right across the global supply chain.
Yeah, managing the movement of everything, basically. Raw materials, finished goods, all over the world.
AI tools are now forecasting demand, predicting disruptions weeks in advance sometimes, so companies can adjust shipping routes, change inventory levels, be much more agile.
And then there's the whole promise of autonomous trucks, drones, for that final delivery step. It's coming fast.
And think about the pandemic. That was a brutal stress test for supply chains, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Everything just seemed to break down.
Well, what the article highlights is that the companies that had already invested in AI for forecasting and logistics, they weathered that storm much, much better than the ones who hadn't.
So AI provided resilience then, a buffer against that kind of chaos.
In many cases, yes. It made a real difference between surviving and, well, not surviving.
That's a really strong point for AI. But again, there's this risk that comes with automating everything.
You mean the reliance on fewer human hands?
Exactly. As you automate more and more links in that chain, where do the people fit? The article asks, at what point do we risk losing those local jobs, the small businesses that used to be part of that whole ecosystem?
It's a question about balance, isn't it, and adaptability. And it's one that, you're right, doesn't always get asked when the focus is purely on efficiency numbers.
Which brings us right to this idea Armani calls the missing conversation. He points out there's something, unsettling about how casually we talk about these huge industrial shifts.
Yeah, you go to tech conferences, you sit in boardrooms, and there's all this excitement, cost savings, efficiency gains, optimization.
But then you step outside that bubble.
And people are worried, genuinely worried. Is there still going to be a place for me, for my kids, in this new...
You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
Economy.
And that's the missing conversation. It's not just, some jobs will go away. It's this lack of scope awareness, maybe, about what really happens to people, to communities, when AI comes in and optimizes a whole industry.
It's not enough to just say, new jobs will replace the old ones. That's too simplistic. The real question is, are institutions ready? Is our education system moving fast enough? Are our leaders actually helping people make that transition?
And the article's conclusion on that is pretty stark, isn't it?
Blunt, right now, they're not. It feels less like a criticism and more like a serious warning.
So this all kind of circles back to that big, maybe philosophical question. Is AI going to be better than us? Armani suggests maybe that's just the wrong way to frame it.
He argues it's not about better, it's about different. AI is fundamentally different.
Okay, how so? What are those key differences?
Well, the obvious ones. AI doesn't get tired, it doesn't get bored, it doesn't ask for raises or join a union.
Right, it doesn't make mistakes because it was careless or protest if conditions aren't safe.
And crucially, it can see patterns in just enormous amounts of data, seas of data that no single human brain or even a team of brains could ever process. That's its superpower. Optimization, speed, consistency.
But here's the kicker, the really crucial part Armani emphasizes.
What it doesn't do.
Exactly. For all that power, AI has zero understanding of why any of it matters.
Right. It won't object if an algorithm leads to a decision that closes down a factory, devastating a town. It won't mourn the loss of a craft, a skill that's been passed down for generations.
It won't notice the hole left in people's lives when they lose work. They gave them, purpose, dignity.
That awareness, that empathy, that sense of consequence, that's entirely on us.
We have to be the ones to see it. And crucially, the ones to do something about it.
Which leads us towards the end game, the turning point we're at.
Yeah, because nobody's denying AI can do amazing things for us.
Huge potential for good, solving massive problems, like lowering carbon emissions in heavy industry. That's huge.
Boosting productivity, helping workers avoid dangerous tasks. The upsides are definitely there.
And this is the core argument. Those gains only become true progress, real human progress, if we take responsibility for the parts AI can't handle.
People, communities, what meaningful work even looks like in a world where machines are so intelligent.
It forces us to ask, are we building this future primarily for profit margins, or are we building it for people, for human flourishing?
Yeah, and that requires a different kind of leadership, doesn't it?
Definitely. Leaders in business, in government, in tech, who care about more than just the next quarter's earnings report.
We need actual plans. Concrete plans for reskilling people on a massive scale. New ways for people to find purpose, find prosperity.
And we have to challenge that blind optimism. The idea that, oh, don't worry, the market will sort it all out.
Because, as Armani puts it so well,
It won't, not unless we make it. That responsibility falls squarely on us.
So wrapping this up, what's the final thought Armani leaves us with? It really captures the essence, I think. He says, I'm not afraid of AI itself. I'm afraid of what happens when we give it the keys to our most vital industries without stopping to ask, are we using this tool to serve people or to quietly replace them?
That hits hard. Progress isn't automatic. Wisdom, that's not coded into the algorithms.
That part's still up to us, the human part.
Which is why this conversation can't just stay in tech circles or boardrooms. We all need to be part of widening it. We need to be asking these harder questions. What kind of future are we actually building here? And who really gets to benefit? Who gets to share in it?
And maybe, just maybe, if we get that right, AI won't be better than us. It won't be a competition. Maybe it just helps us be better. More innovative, sure, but also more resilient. Maybe even more human.
That's a hopeful vision, a future worth aiming for.
So here's something for you to chew on as you go about your week. In this world that's getting more automated by the day, how do we proactively redefine what gives work meaning? How do we protect that human sense of purpose? How do we make sure all this amazing technological progress actually serves our collective human flourishing? Something to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.